the Browns quarterback situation is the biggest remaining quarterback battle in the NFL. And all of our eyes are going to be focusing on this because it's going to create a really fun season to watch for the Browns, depending on who wins it. Browns are probably not going to be very good, but it will be chaotic depending on who is suiting up as the primary starter in Cleveland. The drama around this quarterback battle is that Cleveland is expected to start Watson versus Chicago, and then they're going to start Shedeur versus Buffalo next week. There has not been a full decision made, according to Monken, and he's been a bit snippy in discussing this with the media. I caught a clip where he completely ran down a reporter who tried to put words in his mouth, and he was not happy. He's got that kind of old man dad anger, which is kind of funny, which is the thing I like about Todd Monken. The one thing, though, with this is some people assume that Watson has won the job because he has had stretches where he has taken practically all of the first-team reps, but Sanders has fully been in the mix. Apparently that had more to do with the fact that Sanders has had more opportunities with the first team overall, and they were trying to balance things out. Right now, the Browns are plus 2,100 to win the AFC North, which is frankly impossible. What do you make of this Browns quarterback situation?
First of all, your Monken analogy to an angry dad is spot on because it's like an angry dad that took on what he thought would be an easy project, and it keeps on getting harder, and things start breaking on the project, and he realizes this is going to take all weekend. And this, I could just buy a new lawnmower. Yep. I could just get a new lawnmower. Hey, Pops, just get a new one. You got money? Nope. I'm fighting something right now, and that is this whole project. And I feel bad for him a little bit because the coaching the Cleveland Browns, when they're good, you seem like the smartest person on earth. But when they're bad, you just seem like another victim to that organization. I've actually been watching everything involved with Watson versus Shedeur in the Cleveland battle. And let me tell you this. Whenever a pundit or somebody, an analyst, starts trying to talk about Watson taking a step and they start showing his film, or I see clips from his film, I notice, I think he's got the weakest arm if he were to start. I think he has the weakest arm out of all 32 starting quarterbacks, and I would say he is not in the top 40 of arm strength in the NFL. It looks so soft the way he throws the ball. Just on that alone, I'm leaning Shedeur. I really am. I honestly don't think that Watson has the physical traits to be an NFL quarterback right now. And for some reason, because he's got some of the veteran experience and has at least been in the NFL for a while and knows how an offense is supposed to run, that does not qualify you to be the starting quarterback of my team. Not saying Cleveland's my team, but that is not enough for me. Honestly, I am blown away by how physically bad Watson looks. I'm not even from him as a person, or if I'm still, concerned about his character stuff. Physically, Joe, I think he's worse than Flacco. He's like on the Phillip Rivers level, in my opinion, seeing him play. I don't think he can take a hit. I don't think he can make a deep pass, and I don't think he can pass with the velocity needed in the NFL during a live bullets game. No shot. I'm so out on him.
Well, I think that the bit too with this is that he actually hasn't been performing better than Sanders based on, I love that this quarterback battle has the stupid quarterback tracker from the ESPN station in Cleveland. It's so funny. I love it when local outlets do this because it's kind of arbitrary to a degree and it's a little bit over the top. Everybody, we're talking about practice. That's the whole thing here. Sometimes practice is not the clearest indicator of who's really the better quarterback. How are they operating in meeting rooms? How are they meshing with guys in the locker room? All of those things. And apparently, Watson has thrown significantly more interceptions, and he has a lower completion percentage per this tracker. Now, I'm taking that with a grain of salt. But the one thing that I've resonated with this, the thing that I've stuck on, I don't see any point of starting Watson. You're not going to be a good football team this year. You're not. You are not going to win. You traded away Myles Garrett. Your opportunity to be the unexpected team that grinds teams down defensively and wins close games like you did a couple of years ago when you went to the playoffs with Flacco,
Yeah.
That's gone. You traded away the guy who was going to create that. I think your defense can still be good with Jared Verse, but Jared Verse ain't Myles Garrett. So you're going to be bad. Being bad means two things. Actually, it means one thing. You're going to be picking early. And it doesn't mean that you have to take a quarterback. You have, I'm not including Dylan Gabriel in this, you have two young quarterbacks that you should spend the entire year testing and seeing if either of them have anything to build upon. It doesn't matter. And you're not in the circumstance where you only have rookies and you don't want to start a rookie week one. Start Shedeur Sanders, and I think that he has shown some efficiency. If he is a little bit more consistent and steady and doesn't do the crap where he was freelancing a little bit too much that led to a lot of his big mistakes last year, gets that out of his system, I think that you can at least find if you have something to build upon and build around him. If you don't want to do that and he plays well enough, you can trade him and somebody else can try to see if they can get something out of him, somebody who's picking outside of the top 10, whatever it is. And if things don't work out with him, go see if Taylor Green's got anything.
Yeah.
Go see if Taylor Green is a ridiculous athlete. Go put him on the field in the second half of the year. It should be Shedeur Sanders the first 8 weeks, and then once you decide, you know what, this didn't work, let's go to Taylor Green. And if Shedeur plays well enough, let him finish the year and make a determination after the season when you're ready to turn the page to 2027 on, are we going to draft a quarterback, or are we going to continue to see if there's anything here with Shedeur Sanders? Because the best thing that you could have is not have to use an early draft pick on a quarterback. If you have a guy that is solid and you're picking in the top 10, using that pick on a Colin Simmons or a Dylan Stewart or a Jeremiah Smith is going to have a much bigger return for you than it would having to start over at quarterback once again.
At the beginning of that, Joe, you were talking not necessarily about a window for the Browns, but what they could have been, and that being gone, and that being like a spoiler team, maybe a team that you didn't believe in that had more success than possible. That's closed. With Watson, that window was closed. Forget about the playoff window. Forget about the good team window. The window to be an expectedly bad team that performs better than expected, that's closed too. So take as many swings as you can this season. I guarantee them. It's a freaking guarantee. Watson is not going to be the guy to bring them to a playoff. It's not. I don't know why they haven't traded for Anthony Richardson. I don't know why they're not taking even more swings, man. Taylor Green, I am dying to see what he could do in the NFL. I bet we learn pretty quick, but if he has 2 good games, damn, maybe you stumbled onto something. It's all a much better decision than rolling out there with Deshaun Watson, because now you want to start being risk averse. Now you're monitoring risk this deep into this mess. No. You have to go the other way, Cleveland. You can't decide we're gonna be responsible now. Like we're gonna write it all now. No. If you're still planning on playing that dude at quarterback, you have to go the other way and let the crazy in and become a circus and hope you have some football dude luck where you just stumble across a guy who's built for it. That's how it works. Not deciding that this is our best option analytically is to go with Watson. No. You are so far beyond that. You are a bottom 3 team in the NFL with a great roster. And you would be a top 20 team if your quarterback was at least passable. But he's not. Bad team. Bad decisions everywhere.
We'll see what happens with this Browns quarterback situation. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on future content. Go over to thesportsgeek.com to sign up for the Beat the Geek contest. We'll talk to you later.